Imagine a young male teenager who's had an average day at school and is listening to a song on his headphones, taking a walk in the park. He's not focused on school or work. He's fully immersing himself in the confines of his mind, singing along to the lyrics, with not a care in the world. Music has had a huge part across life in many ways, and it's something we should all appreciate more. Music today is, for many of us, just a part of our daily lives. Listening to a song or two, and for others, it is such a passion for them to listen and sing along. It is my pleasure to speak about music, because for myself, it has been such an escape from reality for me. Music is much more than just obnoxious noise, more than just sound. It is somewhere I can be free with all my worries and all my problems just fade into the background while musical instruments and voices harmonize with one another. Today I want to focus and discuss on why music can help so many people just beyond enjoying it for fun. Music today helps many people in healthcare through a variety of ways, how many people use it as a source of income in the music business, and how many artists tackle social issues through lyrics and music today. Music has been one of the many things that have proven to bring people together, and now it is one of the most enormous industries in our world. Today, music has exploded as many young new artists have exploded onto the scene, and making a career for themselves and a financial opportunity on many social media platforms and streaming services. Overall, as an industry, according to the IFPI, an industry is dedicated to expanding music and how it's demonstrated its economic value in creating jobs and growth, said that in 2019, the music industry grew globally at an 8.4%. In the United States alone, it grew over 10%. And the reason for the huge amount of growth is due to the streaming of the songs on apps such as Spotify, Pandora, and SoundCloud, to name a few. In 2019, it made over 56% of the approximate revenue globally, and advertisement took up about 15% of the 56%. And it grew overall by 22.9% from 2019. By the end of the year, there were over 341 million users of subscription streaming accounts globally. According to Ditto Music, a recent study based on the information collected from musicians and third-party websites, give us an estimated amount of royalty currently being paid out to artists in the USA. They proceed to show us the amount estimating, all of which from the streaming services available such as Apple Music, Google Play Music, Spotify, and Pandora, and YouTube, to name a few, have been only less than $1. And streaming in the simplest terms is watching or playing something from the internet, and in this case, applications in real time instead of downloading it. Many music artists get pay less than $1 when their song is streamed. So why it may not seem like a lot, but when millions of people play it, the amount skyrockets. Say, for example, Despacito, which sits at around 7 billion views at this recording. Now, if we do 7 billion times 0.00069, you get a $4.8 million. And this is just one of the many streaming services. And on the side note, the amount of money on artists will depend on a variety of factors such as the listener's country, location, whether the listener has a paid subscription or free account, and the specific artist's royalty rate, and the currency in their region. This is not even including the music artist's salary, which according to ZipRecruiter, as of October 19, 2020, the average annual pay is $44,798 a year in the United States, which does not include their touring shows, merchandise of the artist, and streaming service money mentioned earlier. Now, why do you think you should care about this? How it even affects you? Music is around us every day, and it's easy to take it for granted. Just remember that without the support of many of our favorite music, our favorite moments, songs, and memories probably would not have existed without the help of music. Help continue the gift of it, because it does more than just give someone a big paycheck. It helps kids and infants and many more with disorders and diseases that can make their life a little bit more normal. Healthcare today uses many medicines, techniques, and practices to help better the lives of others. It helps people live healthier lives, and music can be one of the causes. It transcends just monetary value. It helps people with mental illnesses and disorders with the help of music therapy and therapists. According to the American Music Therapy Association, music therapy is defined as the clinical and evidence-based use of music interventions to accomplish individualized goals and therapeutic relationship by a credentialed professional who has completed an approved music therapy program. Then this is then used to help people with mental illnesses and disorders such as dementia, schizophrenia, trauma, and many more, unfortunately. On the mental illness website, Molly Warren, a music therapist who was posted on here, says that she believes that music is such an amazing tool to help others is because music acts as a medium for processing emotions, for such as example, trauma and grief. But music can also be utilized by regulating or a calming agent for anxiety or depression. Music is just a way of calming you down or cheering you up. It depends on the tone of lyrics in the song, because when you are feeling a certain emotion, you want to relate to that emotion. It is a very helpful and healthy way to vent, of emotions because and instead of relying on addictive substances after a life-altering event, are not being in the right headspace. Some activities that these feelings provide these feelings are listed by Miss Warren in our lyrical analysis, which applies to even helps apply lyrics to them. Improvisation music, playing which allows the music to express their emotions through instruments and connect to what they are feeling. And the last one worth mentioning is active music listening, which therapy puts on music that matches your mood that slowly converts into calming music. Now I want to shift your focus onto an academic journal that goes into deeply about a disease. The first scenario is a group of children with the childhood autism from 7 different countries, and the whole experiment was to see if a music therapy could help these children to gain and improve social skills. After conducting the experiment, in which children are assessed by how much contact they allow between the music therapist and themselves, and also how expressive and interactive the child chooses to be, in the end, the music therapy is a mutual relation process. Our findings suggest that meaningful development becomes possible when the therapist is musically and emotionally attuned to the child's modes of communicating and relating. This in turn increases opportunities for a child to be more responsive and relative. The experiment did show the music really has the power to help those struggling with the mental barriers. And even if you're not faced with the challenge, having music in your life can generally help you live a little bit more stress-free. However, music may help you live a better, healthy life, but for many others, use it as a voice for their cause. Many social issues happening today, it can be hard to identify what we might have in common with one another. Many people are protesting for racial, gender, and sexual equality, and many people taking a stand on these issues. Many taking a stand on these issues, including many musicians. These issues today could be solved already, but many people hold on to the needless hatred, thinking African Americans are all bad people, or thinking all Mexican people are druggies or criminals heading into the United States. Despite all of this, many people are speaking out and are trying to unify people through many ways, one of them being music. An article by Africa Renewal on the United Nations website by Dana Da Silva, she states the Siku Project is a band based in Maputo, Mozambique, whose music is all about raising issues and trying to raise about change. This band focuses on a variety of issues, from HIV to women's rights to xenophobia. They try to make sure the music has a great beat and overall a great tune, but it also want their lyrics to carry an important message. An academic article by the Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy, Music and Social Justice, they discuss on how music has affected many parts of history, shaping you with music, such as how jazz and blues music is strongly associated with the African American people because of the culture of the genre it was created by, such as when they were slaves or they were still being racially discriminated against, and how its lyrics used to bring light to the social issues that African Americans facing at the time, and how hip hop music was used by many people to protest many things. One example being those against who are homophobic, and just a variety of many more issues. Many of these problems still exist today, and while they do, we should not stop protesting and believe and continue to show that we will not be put down. Music is one of the most powerful ways to bring together, and I believe Miss Silva says it best. Quote, music is a means by which people can convey important messages and ideals to others in the hopes that they will truly listen, and as a result, come together to bring about social, political, and economic change. Music today provides many opportunities that just go beyond the singing karaoke at the bar, humming along on your way to work. They provide real financial opportunities for those who are willing to fight and put the time in for, because overnight success does not happen very often. It then they'll be out of a paycheck. Music even helps reduce stress in your life. It helps those who desperately need a healthy alternative from this addictive substances from the streets. And many people today continue to use it as a way to help and fight and shape the life of others. Music should be an essential piece of all of our lives, because what would we do if music faded from obscurity? All of our memories of dancing with our family at weddings, all the progress made in healthcare, are one of the major ways that brings people together and with unification. All of it would just disappear. Even if you do not think it is important, or why it's not a big deal to you, try to put yourselves in another perspective. So for myself, if music was not around today, it would be no exaggeration that I would be in a different place mentally. Music really was a gift from the heavens, and it continues to help us in so many different ways.